16, the Choda packet, Sumit Kapoor. Number 19, Jalmingnon Cookie. Number 24, Tutu Brahma, Justin Liu. 𝐾𝐈𝐋, jersey number 4. 𝐾𝐈𝐋, jersey number 4. Equine number 7, Fido, Sendai. Number 8, B. Bingo, jersey number 12, 𝐓𝐻𝐋. Number 13, Cyril Rambai, jersey number 14, Aman Ahlawat. Jersey number 15, S. Tyrone. Jersey number 16, Kenstar Karsong, the captain. Number 27, T. Lamlong. Jersey number 28, Lam Layang. The substitutes of the team will be jersey number 3, Samuel. Number 18, Gladdy. Number 22, Sikol. Number 23, Deepak Singh. Jersey number 24, Baby Sunday. Number 33, Lakpa Lama. Number 38, Jacob. Number 77, Bless Washun. The team coach, Virendra Thapa. The team manager, E. Khan. Ladies and gentlemen, the referee of the match will be Danesh Shah. The assistant referee, Habibullah Prados, Ripula Progoi, and the fourth official will be Baju Kuso. The match commissioner, Priyanka Chika Hendik. The referee assessor will be Prasad Radha. We are expecting a cracker jacker of the first semi-final of the All India World Cup Football Tournament 2025. So grab your seats, get ready, and we are ready to go. और सज्जनों, आपकी उपस्थिति हमें शक्ति और गति प्रदान करती है। आप सभी का एक बार पुनः हार्दिक अभिनंदन। आज का ये मैच शिलोंग लाजोंग FC मेघालय और होम टीम ऑयल इंडिया FC के बीच बहुचर्चित इस मैच को देखने के लिए धीरे धीरे नेहरू मैदान भरता हुआ। इस वक्त मैदान में करीब 18,000 के समान दर्शक मौजूद। उपस्थिति की कामना की करीब 30 से 32,000 की संख्या में दर्शक खचाखच इस मैच का लुत्फ जरूर उठाएंगे। ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमेटी की तरफ से हम एक बार पुनः दर्शकों का अभिनंदन करना चाहेंगे। आपकी उपस्थिति इस बात का सबूत कि ऑल इंडिया गोल्ड कप फुटबॉल टूर्नामेंट सफलता की ओर अग्रसर। ये टूर्नामेंट जो करीब 20 दिन पूर्व शुरू हुआ, आज अंतिम 3 मैचों के लिए बाकी। पहला सेमीफाइनल आज, जिसे आप लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग YouTube पर भी देख सकते हैं। अपने करीबी मित्रों और परिवारजनों के साथ उस QR कोड को जरूर शेयर करें और इस मैच का लुत्फ उठाएं। Ladies and gentlemen, would like to share that today's match will be live streamed. The QR code and the link has been shared. Please share with your friends and family members who are not in a position to watch and enjoy the match live here at Nehru Sports Complex. But we do wish that by another 20 minutes this stadium will be jam-packed usual, you will be definitely cheering for your home team, that is the All India FC, and we are expecting a scintillating match ahead between the two giants of Northeast, the Shillong Ljong FC and the All India FC.
Hello and welcome to the All India Gold Cup Football Tournament 2025, and it's time for the semi-finals. In semi-final 1, we've got Shillong Ljong FC taking on Oil India, three-time champions, and we're all set from the Nehru Maidan. It's been quite a high-octane tournament so far, and it'll all come down to the semis and finals, of course. Dulaijan here in Assam, the hosts to the All India Cup. As you take a look at the starting lineups for Shillong Ljong, there's 𝐓𝐿𝐹 Demite Lingdo, Ever Bright Civil in between the sticks, Aman Sevmi, Kensta, the skipper, Chenmiki and Lian. For Oil India, the captain is Mandila. There's Kapil Rahul, Sunil Akrang Sudipta, Jang Minlun, Tupu Sudem, Abinash and Manash Protim Gogoi. So the stage is set, and we've had some intense matches, some big names taking part in the Oil India Cup in its 8th edition after quite a big hiatus. But this prestigious tournament is up and running once again. Shillong Ljong taking on Oil India. Lineup. A few guests of honor watching on. Semi-final 1 will surely be an interesting one. We've got the second semi tomorrow and the finals on the 30th of October. Oil India, three-time champions of this tournament, three-time runners-up as well. In the 7 editions, they've only not made the final once. On the first edition back in 2005, then 2008 and 9, didn't make the final back in the 10-11 season. And in 2012, lost to ASCB Sports Club. So can they make it 7 finals out of 8 this season? Well, coming up against them and wanting to spoil the home team's party is Shillong Ljong. Rich history in Indian football. As you see the fans also flocking in. Getting the flashlights out as well. Shillong Ljong have been playing the I-League for a number of seasons, of course, winning the I-League 2, Second Division I-League back in 2010-11 as well, winning Shillong Premier League champions. There we go. The players come out. And the referee is leading the charge. Naresh Shah will be in charge of the proceedings. Habibullah Firdaus and Ripu Nath Gogoi, the assistants, and the fourth official, Baju Kuso. on a long walk towards the other side to greet the guests. Shillong Ljong in their red strip, Oil India in the blue. The guests of honor coming out to meet the players, which is always a great moment. Mandila Rongmei, the captain, introducing the guests to his players. October 21st was when this tournament started. And it will be finishing off on the 30th, but not before we get an idea as to who will be in that final. It's a proud moment for all the players, and we will be up and running in a few moments' time. Shillong Ljong coming into this matchup on the back of a 3-1 victory, beating the Assam Police side. Figo Sindai picking up the Player of the Match award. The number 7. There's Kenstar Kharshong leading the Shillong Ljong side. And Oil India, of course, coming into the semi-final on the back of a huge victory, beating East Bengal by a slender 1-0 margin. Akrang Narzari, I beg your pardon, getting on the score sheet and picking up the Player of the Match award. So final preparations, final team talks before we get things underway in the Oil India Gold Cup semi-final. The Oil India side, as I said, have won this Gold Cup thrice. They would be looking to make it number 4. Also won the Assam State Premier League years ago in 2012. Bordoloi Trophy in 2023, that's the most recent. There's nothing like playing a final. There's nothing like playing a final at home as well. And it all comes down to this semi-final. There's referee Dhanesh Shah, whose whistle will get us underway. Shillong Ljong have not made the final of this trophy, this tournament in their history. We're all set. Time to put the nerves aside and time to bring your best performance to the table. It's semi-final time in the Oil India Gold Cup. Shillong Ljong taking on Oil India FC live from the Nehru Maidan here at Dulejan in Assam. And it doesn't get any better than this. Two top sides who had different routes into this semi-final and have had different histories. Both really popular in their states and both wanting to get their hands on this prestigious Gold Cup. For Shillong Ljong, it would be their first final. For Oil India, it would be their 7th. We started back on the 21st of October. But it was always the semi-finals that everybody had their eyes on. Expecting a few big names to make it through. The quarterfinals, of course, were top-notch as well. But this is where the business end of the competition comes in, kicks off. There were pre-quarterfinal matches which took place from the 21st to the 22nd. And Shillong Ljong tried to make their first move down the right-hand side, stopped in the tracks as Figo Sindhai tried to make it through. Bit of possession now, played all the way back. That's not the best of touches there from 𝐒𝐈𝐋. Just about cleared it away. Good piece of work there from Jang Min Lun. And then cleared away by Kapil Boro. Here comes Shillong Ljong. Nice pass down the right hand side. Here's Figo looking for the first proper attack. And the cross comes in straight to the hands of the keeper. Easy pickings for Abhinash. But it was 𝐿 who likes to get forward in that right back position. Looking for the flick on there. That's a nice header. And picked up again in the midfield by Jan Min Lung, who likes to get things going, keep things ticking for Oil India. He'll see a lot of the ball. First goal will be really important in this game. Possession won back again by the side in blue. We're looking for their first proper attack. And also a time to get a bit of your touches going. Just like that. That was a poor one. And this is the period in the game to just settle down, get everybody a touch. Because semi-finals can get the better of you sometimes. No foul given this time. Forced backwards. Shillong Ljong, who will try to keep most of the possession in this game. As I've said, have played I-League football for quite some time and did lose their way in the middle, but had a successful return a few seasons ago. And how they would love to come here to Assam and pick up some silverware. Long ball attempted here by Aman. Looked for the left winger but really couldn't find it. And decent shape from Oil India, forcing the long ball from Shillong Ljong's point of view. Mandela to Kapil, who's had a bit of the ball already. Puts the decent ball into the channel. This could be an opportunity for Oil India. Not the best of touches. It's gone wide, but it's still an opportunity. Mandela lines up a shot. Deflection. Would have been offside had it been taken down by Kuki. But a promising move and a great ball from Kapil Boro, who's hurt himself. Hopefully not too badly. Looks like he's rolled his ankle, but Shillong Ljong have the ball down the left-hand side. Kapil is still down. Straight towards the right. That's a lovely ball for Figo. Takes it down, sets it up. And a decent block. It will be a corner. Shillong Ljong did not need to put that ball out. Could have, but decided against it. And hopefully Kapil will be fine. Figo could have taken that first time, but opted to play it backwards and set it up for Tremiki. Got a good block, denying him at that time. And everybody flocking down to the Nehru Maidan to try and get a glimpse of this semi-final. And Kapil receiving the treatment, looks like he'll be fine. Always a grand moment for the coaches as well. Always a nervy moment on the touchline when your player goes down though. Of course, I was talking about semi-finals and knockout games. Grand moments, these are the ones you wait for as a footballer, as a coach. Corner comes in, not the best of deliveries, cleared away again by Zhang. But early pressure from Shillong Ljong's point of view. Got to try and clear that first man. He's everywhere at the moment. Abhinash is ready. Ball comes in slightly closer towards Abhinash, comes out and gets his hand on it and then gets clattered in the bargain. Second time now an Oil India player goes down. It's a better delivery. Put it into that danger area. Not much in it actually for the keeper to stay down, but he gets a free kick out of it. That's what you want from your keeper. And Abhinash does that really well. Will give him a lot of confidence too. Nice takedown there by 𝐒𝐈𝐋. There is 𝐒𝐒𝐋, who made a decent run earlier on. Speaking of which, here's another ball through. There is 𝐒𝐒𝐋. Looks for the pass. Zhang's shot is not the best of connections. There was that ball from Kapil Boro a few moments ago which fed 𝐒𝐒𝐋 in. He's trying to do the same here. Get the feeling that maybe if Jang Min Lung took a touch, he could have opened out one of those corners. He just wants to take a shot early on. Sometimes that's all you want to do in the beginning of the game. Nice little touch there by Aman to get himself free. 𝐒𝐈𝐋 plays it through. Kapil Bora is back. Beautiful turn. That's why he's so important to this team, defensively and in the attacking sense of things. And when he went down, still hobbling a bit, but when he went down, of course, All India were slightly worried. But this is shaping up to be quite a competitive opening 10 minutes. Shillong Ljong with more of the ball, but every time All India moving forward, they have a bit of zip to them. This time a ball down the line for Figo. Too far out. I said the first goal is important, and it is in every game of football. But in semi-finals, you just feel that if you get that first goal, there is that mental block that comes into the opponent's minds when they concede first. Then it's a bit of a race against the clock. Even if that race is 80-90 minutes long, it's still a race. Sunil just checking the bounce of the ball. Beautiful surface here at the Nehru Maidan. Home to the now 8th edition of the All India Cup, Gold Cup that is. Jan Min Lung tries to play it over the top. They wanted that offside flag to go up, did the Shillong Ljong defenders, but not getting any call their way at that point. Not taking any chances there. Tupu just playing it wide. Here's Lingdo. To Figo. Man of the match in that game in the quarterfinals that got them here against the Assam Police. And what a victory that was for All India, beating East Bengal and setting up this clash. Bit of pressure, has got to be careful there. Second time, Sewell hasn't been too confident with his first touch, but now it opens up for Shillong Ljong. Figo plays it through. Chance to cross not taken first time there by Everbright, but then he cuts inside. Cleared, I wouldn't say off the line, but before it could even go towards that second post. By Sunil Murmu. Nice cut inside, but not enough pace and even precision on that one. But a good move down the right hand side. Figo and Everbright combining. 13 minutes played, and you can feel that Shillong Ljong slowly but surely are taking control of this one. Looking to make an appearance in the All India final for the first time. Three-time champs and runners-up, All India FC, and having some memorable finals along the way. Just need to get their passes going here. The All India team losing possession a little too easily now. Energy was flowing in those first few minutes. Now they're getting slightly off the ball. That's better. No real runners making moves forward though. And just dictating the tempo there, Mandela, the skipper, knows how important it is, using all his experience and then playing one through. Decent ball actually. Keeper should come and claim it with his feet at least. Plays it towards 𝐒𝐈𝐋, who does really well to get himself out of that pickle. And they're progressing the ball along the field very nicely, Shillong Ljong, looking in good flow. As we finish a quarter of an hour in this one, it's still 0-0, but Shillong Ljong, there's an overlapping run by 𝐒𝐈𝐋. He does really well. Chance to cut it back. He does cut it back. The shot isn't connected properly by Tremiki, and that's not the first time he's been on the end of a cutback. They've got to be careful of that one, All India. But what a bombing run down the right from 𝐒𝐈𝐋. And now there's one down the left. Goal kick given. Final touch came off Tremiki himself. So usually on the end of the cutbacks, but this time making a similar run through. So the overlapping and underlapping runs really working here for Shillong Ljong, and All India need to just get a hold of that. Sudipta Konwar, who's on this left-hand side, might have to drop slightly deeper and track the run of 𝐒𝐈𝐋. All about the side in red at the moment. Another ball round the corner. Cut back is attempted. I don't think that was ever going to be given a penalty. Hand was pretty close to the body. Might have struck the hand, but still. Let's take another look. It was chipped by Ephraim. In fact, hand was out, but it was too close. No real reaction time for the defender. But another corner to defend for All India FC. Ephraim with the ball, nothing comes off it. And that's a foul, a cheap one, right at the edge of the area from Jung. And 𝐎𝐕 was basically looking for that one. He knew the contact was coming. Didn't take a good first touch. Hardly anything in it. Another opportunity from a set piece for Shillong Ljong. 𝐎𝐕 is over it, takes a shot, but was always going wide. And Abhinash had it covered. dominating the proceedings but not getting a shot on target just yet. Shillong Ljong. Have had really good seasons in the second division I-League, which they won back in 2010-11 and also finished runners-up in 22-23. Which basically got them back into the I-League. That's a foul from 𝐒𝐈𝐋. Just on the back of Rahul Das, who hasn't been too involved, but that was a brave jump from him to try and win that one. Not backing down from any challenges are Oil India, which is of course something they need to keep at. Beating a young East Bengal side in that quarterfinal. There's Manash. Both players went up for the header, both missed. Jung puts it into a dangerous area. This will be tricky for the defense. Couple of pushes off the ball, and the second one given a foul by the ref. Almost 20 minutes and Oil India will be pretty happy with the fact that they've not only avoided conceding for all the pressure that they've succumbed to, but they've also not allowed Shillong Ljong to take a proper shot on target. There was one which was attempted from the left hand side by 𝐓𝐻𝐿, but that was going wide. Not the best of touches from 𝐒𝐈𝐋, who's moved inside now. Playing like an inverted right back at the moment. Civil loves to play the passes, loves to play a higher line whenever he's with the ball, of course. Gets the attacks going. That's a pretty aimless ball. 𝐓𝐻𝐿 puts a chase in, but he was never going to get it. Foul spotted just under the referee's nose. Couldn't really tell, but maybe a few hands used there by Mandela. There's Figo. Dropping slightly deeper this time, which gives the likes of 𝐒𝐈𝐋 a chance to run through. And there he is. Figo is also making a run, but he couldn't get it because Kapil Bora was there. You need to double up sometimes on this left hand side, and that is exactly why Sudipta has come in. Oh, that's a lovely touch. And now a 2-on-2 situation. This is an opportunity for Oil India. Rahul Das has a chance to cross it. Finds a teammate, chance to shoot, not taken first time. But Akrang Nazari with that first time pass himself, a thing of beauty. That is what Oil India is about on the counter. They can make Shillong Ljong pay for all the possession and territory. You've got to be careful on the break against Oil India. Good pass through Akrang with the flick on, and Rahul Das found Akrang once again. Here's FM. Waiting for the overlapping run, plays it through. Blue shirt gets there first. Just about matching Shillong Ljong right now. But those overlapping runs are really starting to thwart them. Another long ball attempted. This time it's Sudipta who's come all the way there to put in a bit of pressure. Nice ball again from Rimbai, but Khairem almost lost it. Doesn't want to lose it in those areas. Here's Figo. Loves to work it onto that left foot of his. Now Khairem. Not the best of balls for Chaimiki, who was probably waiting, rather wanting him to wait a little bit before playing it. But good defensive work there from Sudemwari. Figo. Nice pass, that should be a foul. Damait playing it into Tremiki and Kapil. Absolutely clattering him. He's getting a standing foot. And a clear foul, not sure what he's complaining about. So Ephraim looking to keep it on to the goal frame. Takes a shot himself. That's a decent one. Hits the top of the crossbar. Almost a postage stamp free kick from Shillong Ljong's number 4. That was dipping and curling into that top left corner. What a goal that would have been, worthy of taking the lead in the semi-final, but not to be. Keeper was beaten. He'll say he had it covered though. Look at the way it dipped. It was high at one point and then suddenly, maybe he did have it covered. Didn't expect it to dip that much either, I would think. What a goal that would have been. Had Ephraim got it under that crossbar. But now on the other hand, there is a free kick opportunity for Royal India. Manoj Gogoi puts it into the area, looking for a flick on. It's fallen to a blue shirt. Yes, the skipper himself sets up a shot. Not taken first time. Now it's played wide. Chance to cross. First time delivery was taken. Figo should clear. And he does. Uses his right foot for the first time in the game actually. Sometimes you've just got to get it away. Another long ball. Decent takedown. And this is a chance for Royal India, and you can hear the moans and groans in the crowd. It's the second time that Jang Min Lung hasn't been able to connect, and he loves to shoot from those areas. That is sensational play from Akrang, taking it on his chest and then flicking it with the back of his head. You hardly see those things. Brilliant acrobatics from him. And Royal India have a chance here. Whenever they're moving forward, they seem to be testing the Shillong Ljong defense. It's turning out to be quite an open game. Now down the right comes Shillong Ljong. Looking for that ball back in. Now it's towards Ephraim. You've seen his left foot, what he can do. Keeps going. He's brought down. I don't think it was a penalty though. It was pretty light. Needed to be slightly stronger on that occasion. Ephraim, very talented player coming through from Chanmari's side to Shillong Ljong. And almost getting a penalty. I don't think he himself thought it was. Of course, he will go down feeling a bit of that contact, but one more touch and I think he could have been more dangerous. Nonetheless, it's been a really interesting first half an hour. 𝐿𝐴𝐋 has runners beyond him. Figo kept really well by Kapil Boro at this point. Lays it back towards Damaith. And Lian to Ken Star, the skipper. Back to Ken Star from Temiki. Dinks it in. Not the best of touches from Ephraim, who's moved forward quite a bit there. Foul given. Decent hold-up play from the All India players so far whenever they've got the chance. "15 minutes to play. Will we see a goal in the first half or not?" Still 0-0 in the All India Gold Cup semi-final 1. And tomorrow we've got semi-final 2. United Chirang Dua FC from Kokrajhar taking on Diamond Harbour Football Club. Diamond Harbour beating Chao FC in a close contest. And setting up that semi-final match. Here's Figo. Nice 1-2 there. In fact, he didn't get it back. 𝐴𝐻 puts the ball through. Nicely cleared away. 𝐿𝐴𝐋 gets it back. He's got Figo to his right. Uses him as a decoy. Keeps going. Looks for the 1-2. For the wall pass as they call it. But doesn't get anything out of it. Birinder Thapa in charge of Shillong Ljong and Soibam Ikengra Singh in charge of All India. Both the coaches will be pretty pleased with the way their sides have played. But Shillong Ljong will be wanting a goal for all the possession they've had, and that is a pass which will not really impress Coach Thapa, the skipper, who makes that mistake. And that is testament to how good the All India defense has been. They have been really good, just keeping it tight, not allowing those passing lanes to open up for Shillong Ljong. That's why those long balls were attempted. Not the best of clearances from Rimbai. Just gets it out of danger. That's the most important thing right now. All India with a bit of possession. And they're looking for that long ball. No need to play it at this point. They're doing well, just holding the ball. Played backwards by Sudhem to Abhinash, who for the first time hasn't been under too much pressure in terms of the ball flying around him, not at him though, mind you. Decent holder play attempted there by Akrang, but not easy to take every ball down on your chest. Bit of a clip from behind, but play on, says the ref. It's a good advantage played, but that's a poor ball through. Too much purchase on that one from Damait Lingdo. All roads leading to the Nehru Maidan. Dulaijan. Sudipta did pretty well, but nicely won back by Damait. Now they're rushing those passes, Shillong Ljong. Just trying to get into the attacking space as quick as they can, as compared to earlier on where they were a lot more patient. Ball into space. The chase is on. This could be a chance for All India. The pass was probably a better option, but you can't blame Akrang for trying for something different. But two players on him actually. Now that you see it, was never going to make it through unless there was a mistake from them. But this is a good opportunity for All India. 10 minutes to play in the first half. They have a corner. Rahul Das takes it. Flicked on, and now's a chance. Has been put wide. What an opportunity. And Sudipta cannot believe it. A glorious flick on. And it fell to the number 24, Tupu Brahma. Good ball from Rahul. Really good flick on by Jung. Beating the player who was rising from Shillong Ljong, but Tupu Brahma had to hit the target. He struck it too well actually. Tried to be precise and smack it into that bottom right corner, but all he needed was a simple touch. And that is surely the chance of the game. Couple of challenges flying in as well. And that might just strike a bit of fear into Shillong Ljong. And they need to realize that this is not going to be an easy outing against a side who knows this pitch and knows this competition all too well. And again rushing the pass. Not required at that point. But we've seen quite a few set pieces from Shillong Ljong's point of view. They haven't been able to master it the way All India did. Great ball from Rahul. Super flick on from Jung. At the finish, that was all that was missing. In today's day and age where set pieces and corners have become so popular, that one was almost teed to perfection. But here comes Shillong Ljong. Couple of challenges evaded. Nice setup. In fact, it turned out to be quite a poor touch. Khairem, did he use his arm? He did. The referee just took a quick look towards the official. It was the fourth official actually who made that call. Baju Tuso. And I like that from the officials. If one's view is obstructed, the other one stepping in. Here's Gogoi. Loves to spray it long. This time Shillong Ljong win the first ball. Nice header from Aman. We've got to deal with it though. And it has been taken forward by Kenstar. Decent ball through. Not the best of touches, but now Shillong Ljong still have it. Here's Ephraim bursting with pace down the left hand side. Keeps going himself, but he has bit off more than he could chew. And not choosing the right option eventually in hindsight. A couple of poor touches from Damet in the midfield. Few tough decisions to make as the ref for Dhanesh Shah, but he's made most of them correctly. Wasn't much in it. Wasn't really intentional actually from Taryang. But still you can understand why the foul was given. Ephraim looks to be in a bit of pain, but I think he'll be fine. All the dignitaries watching on. Such a honor for the Oil India Gold Cup to be returning after quite a few years. And the fans really enjoying themselves, as you can hear. But now they've turned themselves into a spot of bother there, Lian and Shillong Ljong, but they like to play it out, even though the high press has been put on by Oil India. It has been broken down. Mariam plays it through. This is a good move. There's Figo. Wants to cut inside. This time he doesn't. Goes to the right hand side. Crosses it with his right foot. And no chances taken. Put out for a corner by Sunil Murmu. And Ephraim with his left foot will have a chance to cross it in. Towards the penalty area. Red shirt got there first. Keeper comes and loses out and stays down, and now the medic will be called upon. A head injury perhaps. Shillong Ljong want a penalty. I don't think they're going to get it. In fact, it's a clash of heads between a couple of outfielders, but Abhinash this time not too confident while coming out for that aerial duel. Absolutely clattered Ego and his teammate there, so them did Abhinash. And that is why they were asking for the foul, because I think the header was won by Figo first. He's got to be careful. If you come out to punch, you've got to punch the ball and not the man. There is Sohaib Singh. Head coach watching on while Figo himself rubs his head. A few tactics from the Shillong Ljong bench as well. Couple of decisions for Dhanesh Shah to make in terms of penalties, but I think he's got them correct for now. It's been a good first half all round for both teams and the officials. Bit of a pull there. A couple of minutes left in this first half, and most probably the same amount to be added on at the end of it. This has been a battle, and a battle that we are well and truly enjoying. A clear-cut chance out of a set piece for All India. A few really silky moves from Shillong Ljong. Nothing to choose between these two sides. Another long ball played. A couple of cushion headers from the centre backs to find it to the hands of 𝐓𝐿𝐿, who, again, as I was just about to mention, hasn't really dealt with the ball with his hands much and likes to play with his feet. So that is 45 minutes with 2 added on at the end of this one. Bit of an awkward pass needs to be kept in by Sunil. There is a confirmation of those 2 minutes. Few options on the bench for either side. Might see some changes. Right now, All India relying on their experience and a bit of the youth when it comes to the pace up top. Speaking of experience, Manas Protim Gogoi has played in the ISL. Now playing his trade here at All India. Had a stint with Jamshedpur for a while. Been in the I-League for Chow as well. Here's a shot. Only against the side netting. And that is exactly what Ken Starr likes to do over the years. Go into a bit of space and take those shots on. But for all the possession and all the chances on either side, we have not seen a proper shot on target. It just goes to show, even without that proper shot on target from either side, it's still been such a good game to watch. Which means the second half will be even more exciting. As we come up to the end of this first 45 minutes, a few red hot moves from Shillong Ljong, but All India will remember the chance that they blew, because it was a grand opportunity flicked on by that man, Jan Min Lung, which could have been put to bed by Tupu. Started off by Rahul. But at half-time in semi-final number 1, there is nothing to be splitting these two sides, as it's Shillong Ljong 0, All India 0. So you have the highlights. A few balls in, which were dealt nicely by Avinash. This was probably the best attempt apart from that free kick from Ephraim. This was a cut in from Everbright and his shot, which was going off target actually. And Kyriem with a good cutback, but it couldn't be connected by Tremiki. First free kick wasn't the best. This one was superb from Ephraim, but just couldn't get it under the crossbar. And that again is basically a shot off target. Unfortunately, this was superb from Akrang, but it couldn't be connected by Janmin Lung. Ephraim pulled down, but not a foul. This was the chance. The flick on towards Tupu, who had to keep that on target. If he did, then it was surely goal number 1 and the lead for Oil India. And towards the end, it was Kensta who took a shot from distance, but nothing coming off it. So we'll take a short break here at halftime at the All India Gold Cup semi-final. It's 0-0 between Shillong Ljong and Oil India FC. But don't worry, the second half is right around the corner.
Nam. Ayan, nam. Nam dia.
Teammates played in this second half. Decent ball in, headed away by Oil India, who had a really good first half, but will be still thinking about that missed opportunity. But Shillong Ljong, who would have been pretty disappointed at the fact that they created a few chances but just didn't get on the end of it. At the end of that first half especially. First proper foul there of the second half. And here's a promising attack for Shillong Ljong. Just gone a bit too wide on that occasion. 𝐓𝐻𝐵RIGHT plays it back. And here's 𝐷𝐒𝐈𝐋 looking for that triangle move, but it doesn't really work out. Sloppy work there from Oil India, and this is an opportunity, but that is a really good piece of defending. Just stepping in the nick of time there, Kapil Boro. Was a chance perhaps to get a shot away a little earlier, but wasn't taken. Kapil has had a good game. And speaking of which, so has Ephraim. Here he is, looking for an in-swinging left footer. Hits it towards the first post. They look for the flick on, but it wasn't connected by Figo. Something similar to what Oil India themselves did. And that's another poor pass. We've seen quite a few of them from Shillong Ljong. This time it is Karim. Here's Sunil Murmu. Bit of pressure, didn't play that pass as well as he would have liked, but an interception came in from Taryang. They're blocking the passing channels once again. Mandela, but he couldn't get a pass of his own away. And that's something they've done really well. Blocking those avenues. And that's a poor pass though. And then quite a frenetic clearance. Bit of a rebuild now from Shillong Ljong, realizing that holding on to possession and building the move is better than those long balls, which doesn't really suit their play. There's a shot, deflection, and it's gone in. Unfortunate for Shillong Ljong, but it looks like the offside flag has been raised. It's very unfortunate for Oil India, fortuitous for Shillong Ljong, but then the offside flag is raised pretty quickly actually. Shot from Ken Star which went off of Everbright and zipped into that bottom right corner. No chance for the keeper. But called offside. Let's take another look. Oh, that's a great call from the official. I think Everbright actually meant to stick his head out there. What a superb call from the official. Good work from the camera crew as well to get that angle. Now a chance for Oil India. Rahul Das didn't shoot, gets the 1-2. Important touch from a red shirt. And we've had it all in this game. Point blank misses. Shots hitting the crossbar. Now a disallowed goal. Well, we've had it all except the most important thing in football, and that's a goal. And it's anybody's semi-final for the taking. Oil India looking to get to their 7th in Gold Cup history. 3-time champions, 3-time runners-up. Shillong Ljong looking to make their first Gold Cup final. Aman plays it through. Nice ball. Figo gets pulled back. That's a good call from the ref. His first touch allowed the ball to stick to him quite nicely. And there's Tupu. It was his chance, which went begging in that first half. Damet takes it short. Here's Figo. Uses his pace, does really well. But it's Tupu who gets there just in time. They've taken this throw in quickly before the substitution could come in. And now we will see the change being made. Sangson will be brought on. And he is replacing Manoj Gogoi, an experienced campaigner. We'll have to watch on from the sidelines. Corner comes in, headed away. But still another opportunity to cross. Ephraim puts the ball in again. It's a header. This time on target. Finally, we've seen an attempt on target from either side. Aman with the header. And Ephraim putting another decent ball into the area. In fact, that final touch came off Kenstar. He was just in front of Aman, who would have got there if he didn't. And that's a good challenge coming in from Shillong Ljong. Already 10 minutes played in the second half. 35 minutes away from a finale for either of these teams. If they can get a goal though. That's a big if so far in the first 55 of this semi-final one. He wanted to play a bit of possession there for 𝐓𝐿, did the official, but he didn't have to. Or rather, he couldn't. Now Shillong Ljong trying to move it forward. Ephraim just got that all wrong. There's been a live wire, especially with the set pieces and the crosses. That's a lovely takedown. Chance to play it through from Jang. He does. But 𝐒𝐈𝐋 is there. He gets pulled back. Very impressive work from Akram Narzari again. His hold-up play has been sensational. And almost getting a ball through. Could have maybe straightened his run a bit, tried to go around. And Jang also could have taken a bit of time. Those two have been very good together, as has Rahul Das up front. Final touch coming off Sangson, who's just been brought on. Kenstar looking for the crossfield ball, only as far as a blue shirt, but 𝐒𝐈𝐋 will tidy up. A lot lying in the balance in this semi-final. Thought that maybe a fortunate touch would have helped Shillong Ljong to get the lead. But it was offside. It was a good call. But here's another chance. Well defended by Sudhem, stepping in. Quick throw and taken. Damet has options centrally. And gets it back. Good challenge this time from Kapil Boro, who's also been one of the standout performers for All India. Almost an hour played. Still looking for our first goal. Overhit. That time from the Shillong Ljong midfield. And that's a nice long ball towards the left. A bit of a tug. It will be a foul. It will be against All India. And looks like a couple of changes on the cards for Shillong Ljong. Baby Sunday comes in, as does Gladi Kharbuli. So a couple of offensive changes. And Ephraim is off. I'm not sure why. He's been playing pretty well, but maybe because of a bit of a knock in that first half. But something fresh maybe. And so is 𝐓𝐿. Damet plays it wide. Taryang. Not the best of touches. First involvement there from Baby Sunday. Ken Star needs to get there. And only got there second actually. It was the initial touch of Akrang who took it away from him. But Akrang beat him to the pace at that point. He's been really impressive. And there's confirmation of the changes. Has been a good battle between Akrang up against not only one but both of the centre backs, because he's playing alone up top as a striker. Nice ball into the channel from Lian, and that is something that they haven't been doing much of, is breaking the passing lines. Shows how good the defensive shape is from All India. There's the other change. 𝐓𝐻𝐿 is off for Glady. This one hangs in the balance. And All India have looked a lot more comfortable as this game has progressed. Another long ball played. Ken Star under a bit of pressure. Good chasing there from Jang Min-lun, who has been a workhorse today. Everything goes through him. Soy Singh just thinking what could be the next ploy. It looks like it's Akrang who's got a bit of a blow to the chest. He's taken quite a few balls down on his chest, but I think that was probably a clash. All eyes on this matchup at the Nehru Maidan. It's been such an enjoyable matchup to watch. And of course an honor to call it as well. But it might just go down to the wire unless one of these sides can snatch a goal. Good interception there from Sunil Murmu. Trying to play out from the back here, All India. But good pressure from Shillong Ljong. Too much pressure. And a foul committed. Baby Sunday with his first involvement, defensively speaking. The crowd getting involved as well. Everybody's so happy that the All India Gold Cup is back. And with a bang. Now on the left hand side for All India. They will get a throw in. Very close to the corner flag. That's good hold up play. And a decent turn from Sangson, who hasn't really influenced the game yet. Ball comes in, headed away. Here's a chance maybe for Rahul. But a red shot gets there in time. And speaking of hold-up play, 𝐓𝐻𝐵𝐋 as well. Baby Sunday just slows things down a bit for Shillong Ljong. There is a free pass towards the left for Kensta, but he decides against it. Trying to go to the center maybe. Here's 𝐔𝐑𝐍𝐀, who's been brought on to do exactly this. Rotate the ball a lot more in the midfield as compared to what they were doing earlier on. Puts one around the corner. There is a bit of a push. And it will be a corner. Final touch came off Tupu. Don't think there was a penalty in that one. Minimal contact. And all intentions to go for the ball as well. From Tupu Brahma, he knew he was going to get there first. What with that bounce. And here's a corner for Shillong Ljong. 𝐔𝐑𝐍𝐀 to take it. Not the best of deliveries. Cleared away easily by Rahul. And now they come down the left hand side. 𝐷𝐷𝐷 plays a decent ball through, but wasn't really read properly by Aman. Defender not thinking like a striker on that occasion. A bit of a studs up challenge at the end of that for Makrang. Aman on the receiving end. And that's good sportsmanship. Vrinder Thapa's boys have put in a shift, but they just haven't had that finishing touch. And lacked a bit of energy in that final third at least. That's a nice ball. He goes offside. You could hear the calls from the crowd before the linesman even raised his flag. Well, that was the receiving position, so not too sure if it was actually off. And that's a mishap for the defense. Here's a chance! And the shot is over the top. It just didn't fall to Jang Min Lung. And was the final touch actually off a red shirt? Was Save Me there to get the final touch? Yes, he was. A sigh of relief there for Shillong Ljong, that's for sure. Save Me saving his side on that particular occasion. Rahul Das looking for a similar set piece. This time Jang Min Lung couldn't flick it on, it was too low. Nicely done by Kapil Boro. And switched wide again by the skipper, but Rahul Das can't keep it in, no matter how much he tries. So just the 20 minutes of regulation time remaining. And that's a lovely turn. Here comes Shillong Ljong again. Save Me. Right to Figo, who's onside this time. Hasn't been involved on this left wing at all as compared to the right. Save Me puts a ball through. Aimless actually. Bit of a loose touch there from Lian, but it's picked up by 𝐔𝐑𝐍𝐀. Kensta Back to save me. Patient stuff here from Shillong Ljong. But that is a poor pass, and now there could be a breaking opportunity for Oil India. Although they were sitting so deep that there was probably hardly any chance unless the pass was played early. One of the Oil India players have gone down, but they don't have to stop. Do Shillong Ljong, they will continue. Defensively, they have everybody intact. Yes, Kensta lays it wide. Figo gets past one and the other. Can't play the correct pass towards a teammate though. Sangson can't clear it away either. That's better from Shillong Ljong. Here's the mate to Kensta. Can't turn. Plays it wide. Decent ball through. And now it falls to a red shirt. Chance to shoot. Oh, and that's a poor one. That'll be a yellow card. And 𝐓𝐻𝐵RIGHT will probably go into the book. Referee just takes control of the situation. That is good refereeing actually. Just takes away all of the sting. That was a pass to the right though for 𝐓𝐻𝐵RIGHT, and look at that. He absolutely swipes out Rahul. He says he didn't know he was there, but he's lucky he didn't get a yellow. Time for a change. Here's Jacob. Played for quite a few clubs and now brings his attention to Shillong Ljong. And he has an eye for goal. He's somebody you would like to bring in at this point, maybe a little earlier as well. Nice flick on. Jung takes a shot himself. Was that the right call though? Not too sure. He had a run beyond him. Decided not to go for it though. Not to go for the pass rather. Just not enough on that shot. Jacob Vanlal Himpuya has been around the country, different clubs as I said, but also spent a lot of time at Shillong Ljong when he was younger, at the youth level. Played for the likes of Aizawl FC and Pune City, Diamond Harbour as well, Delhi FC, and most recently at United Kolkata Sports Club in the Calcutta Football League. And if Jacob can get a goal and try and get a win today, he might just face his former side in the final, in the form of Diamond Harbour, who played their semi-final tomorrow. Another set piece opportunity. And speaking of goal scorers who know how to find the net, Aman Chhetri is on for Sudipta Konwar. There he is. He has an eye for goal as well. Sunil puts in the delivery. Won by a red shirt. And then the shot comes in. Another opportunity for Rahul Das, but the flag, rather, the whistle went before that. Into the final 15 we go. Shillong Ljong have a bit of space. That's a shot. And Jacob was making the run. Not used at all. But an adventurous opportunity there from Baby Sunday. He had 3 passes actually for him. And especially on the right hand side, there was quite a bit of empty space if he wanted to play it. Evidently, he didn't want to play it. And that's the problem. Youngster Aman Chhetri, who has played at the youth levels for India. Also spent a bit of time at Chennai in Rajasthan United in the I-League in Near Arrows, where he was pretty good as well. Now in Oil India. He hails from Assam, so looking to get a bit of game time as well as a bit of silverware in this particular competition. And such is the Indian football calendar. You can play quite a few different leagues because there are different times. That'll be a foul maybe. No, says the ref. He was in the right position and Rahul Das doesn't really complain. Lian to Taryang, who plays it through, and that's a nice ball. Here's Figo. Here's Jacob with him. Figo, not sure what he was trying to do, but he gets a corner out of it. If he played it to Jacob early, maybe there was a chance for the first touch to set up Jacob and then shoot just there. But then the angles were covered quite well by the All India defense, starting with Sudhim Wari. Here's Glady. Towards the first post, they look for the flick. Both sets of teams using a similar ploy when it comes to corners. Here he goes again. Jari, this time towards the second post. A couple of players rising, but nobody really winning the ball. And then a foul to bring down a player in blue. It was Sangsan. Just breaking up a potential counter-attacking opportunity there, Everbright. Another long ball to chase. Awkward one. But a foul being called and the ref making quite a few darting runs to keep up with the pace of the game. Dhanesh Shah, who's had a really good game with whistle in hand and as well as his officials with the flags that have been raised for certain offside calls, most of them at least. Moving into the final 10 minutes now. One goal can decide it all. Shillong Ljong moving towards the left to try and get it. Here's Figo. Cut inside and then back out. There could have been a handball actually. Then the challenge comes in. Ball goes out for a corner. He absolutely swept Sunil aside. And he basically tried to stop the ball with his hand there. Good challenge by Aman Chhetri though. Another set piece for Shillong Ljong. They've had so many of them And now they're going to switch it up. Lian is going to take it. Here's Lian. Towards the second post. Avinash comes for it. And now it could be a counter-attacking chance for Oil India. Here's Aman Chhetri. Cuts inside. Has a pass. Oh, that's a poor touch. To lose out possession there. And then it's won back quite easily. A couple of poor passes actually from either side. Rather poor touch and then a poor pass. Aman did his job. And here he is playing it through with his left foot to Akrang, who clips Save Me from behind. Both teams looking quite frenetically now for what could be the winner if anybody scores. And a hush descends upon the Nehru Maidan as everybody is eager to see what happens to this clash. Semi-final one of the All India Gold Cup. And that's a poor pass from Ken Starr. He knows it as well. It's that time in the game where you're just not wanting to make any mistakes. You just want to stay out of harm's way. Good work there by Figo. Match winner and player of the match last time around for Shillong Ljong in the 3-1 victory. Flick on from Joseph is a decent one. And then the shot from Everbright is blocked. Well, Jacob, I beg your pardon, and that's what Jacob is all about. That angle was always going to be against Everbright. Yet another corner for Shillong Ljong. Seven minutes to play. And takes it, it's flicked on again. Chance at the edge of the area. Deflects off a red shirt. Lian again. Dinks it in. And this could be the chance for Shillong Ljong. What a heroic block. Putting his body on the line there. Sudhembari. And you cannot believe it if you are a Shillong Ljong fan, because at this point I thought this is it. Sudhembari with a fantastic piece of defending. And Everbright thought that that was it. That was the chance. Here they come again. Flicked up. Jacobs there. Cleared away. Everbright just forcing the issue there. And looks like there was a bit of a mishap there for the fans. Aman Chhetri with the chase, and now it comes towards Aman Chhetri, who goes for the shot first time. I don't think he needed to could have taken a touch. He didn't realize that he had a bit more time, and Rimbai hasn't looked too comfortable coming out and trying to clear. Look at that. Here Chhetri takes a look at the goal. Well, if it did connect, it would have probably gone in. But it was very, very tough. On the counter, Oil India have mustered up quite a few potential chances. What they're enjoying themselves are the fans. Shot from a distance. That's poor from Ljong, who's done that a few times now, just looking for that glory at the end of the game, which is not the correct way to do it. That too from so far out. Ball played into the channel, not dealt with properly by the defense. 𝐓𝐻𝐵𝐷 plays it wide to 𝐕𝐋. 𝐕𝐋 with the cross in. Good defensive work. As 𝐕𝐋 again plays it backwards. 𝐓𝐻𝐵𝐷 rotates it towards the right. Not the best of crosses. And now Oil India can move forward with it. There's Aman Chhetri, who's been quite a live wire almost. Finds Akrang. Both of them, if they can combine, it would be quite difficult for Shillong Ljong to stop them. There's 𝐒𝐈𝐋. Gets stopped in his tracks, but surely not a foul. And that one is a foul. There's a quick chip from behind. Rahul Das has been really good today. Just 3 minutes now as we go into the 90. Who can step up? Who can produce the heroics in the semi-final of the Oil India Cup? No team deserves to lose this way, that's for sure. You can feel the crowd and their energy totally invested in it. When there's a bit of possessional play, they calm down a bit. As the ball goes towards the goal areas, they come back into it. They let the game breathe. Oil India somehow get the ball away. Akrang with a nice touch. Rahul Das. Sangsan has Aman Chhetri to the right. Cuts inside well, but doesn't pass it at that point. Now a ball over the top, really not going to work. Oh, in fact, he's left it. And that is poor judgment from Aman. He didn't realize there was a runner from behind. The call has to be from the keeper to clear, not to take any chances, not to let the ball bounce there. Another ball over the top. That's a decent takedown from Akrang. Shown how good he is in the air throughout the game. Another ball over the top, but this time collected by Rimbai, who's looking for a forward pass and progresses it quite nicely into the final minute of regulation time. Probably 5 minutes of added time at the end of it. Oh, that's a chip. And Aman just holds onto the ball and gives it away. Mistakes on either side, a slip from Taryang. And now Shillong Ljong have it after a bit of a missed pass from Aman. Chance for a cross, the ball is played through. Wake up, it's the crossbar. From point blank range. And he can't believe his luck. As his head hangs in his hands and he's on his knees asking how did that not go in. What a brilliant ball in. Jacob did everything right. And just as he was about to slide and make the final contact, it just bobbled up slightly and then hit the crossbar. What a moment. He made a great run through. What a ball played across the face of goal. And 𝐲𝐻𝐃 𝐶H3 will breathe a sigh of relief because it was him who gave the ball away and he could have played a forward pass. All India have been saved by the crossbar twice now. Somebody's getting a bit of treatment from All India. That's why there is time to speak in the technical area. But what a chance for Jacob. What a chance for Shillong Ljong to grasp it at the death. But not meant to be, perhaps. And he did so well to get there, timed his run to perfection. He put out that sprawling left foot. And all it could do was nick the crossbar. And it's those moments that you look back upon. There's Jacob again. Figo takes it forward. Loses out. No foul on Everbright, even though he thought he would get one. Now All India played through Rahul Das, needs to chase Aman. And that'll be a foul. Rimbai gets clattered. And he's not happy with that challenge from Rahul. And Aman has got to be careful. He's not been shielding that too properly. Rahul Das was pretty quick once again. Two and a half minutes to play if we are going to find a winner in regulation time. Here's Jacob again. Now we might find him actually. Leon says the ref, it wasn't a foul. Chance to cross. An opportunity again, maybe for Shillong Ljong. It falls to Jacob, who shoots. And it comes towards Abhinash, and they've got to set it up for each other there. Shillong Ljong just taking shots when there are around 5 players in front of them instead of setting it up for their teammates. Look at this, if Jacob played it wide, there was a easy chance there. Nothing for Baby Sunday. Aman clears. Awkward ball. Almost went towards Jacob again there. One of the Shillong Ljong players stays down. Here are Shillong Ljong once again. And they will have a corner just like they did in the majority of the 90 minutes. In the 95th, they have a chance to grasp it. Otherwise, we'll be heading into extra time. Ball's played in. Cleared away. Another chance maybe for Shillong Ljong. As the ref looks at his watch. He still keeps playing. 95 have been played. And that will be extra time. For 95 minutes and it's still 0-0 between Shillong Ljong and All India. And what a chance towards the end of the second half, but It's still 0-0 and we will keep going for another 30 minutes at least.
Gentlemen, the match is not yet. आप सभी से निवेदन कि अपनी कुर्सी की पेटियां बांधे रखें. There will be extra time of 15 minutes each.
So we'll have a quick turnover and be back for the first half of extra time.
अपनी कुर्सी की पेटियां बांधे रखें क्योंकि मैच अभी बाकी है. 15 अतिरिक्त मिनट दोनों हाफ में. 15 minutes each extra time.
Each, no? Yeah, total 15 minutes. 30. 30 minutes.
रेडियो सज्जनों, इस वक्त मैच काफी नाजुक मोड़ पर. दर्शकों की तादाद करीब 45,668. किसी भी आपातकालीन स्थिति से बचने के लिए बैरिकेड के बगल में खड़े लोगों से अनुरोध कि अपनी सुरक्षा का ध्यान खुद रखें.
There are the two skippers,
May I request
Kensta and Mandela. Quick toss.
spectators to kindly take care of themselves and take a step back from the barricades to avoid any untoward.
And we will have 30 minutes more to play in the semi-final.
एक बार पुनः हम तैयार हैं.
Now what a game this has been.
निवेदन कि तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट
End-to-end stuff.
एक्स्ट्रा टाइम की शुरुआत को आगाज दें. रात बाकी, मैच बाकी.
And Shillong Ljong will be thinking about their missed chances, especially the last one for Jacob. But you've got to keep fighting. And that's exactly what they'll be saying. All India will probably believe that this could be their day. The way things are going for them. They've been leading a charmed life. Crossbars on either end. coming to their savior. So here we go. 30 minutes more at the end of this one as we try to get you a winner. So far, it has been Shillong Ljong with the better chances, but you have a feeling that Oil India could just sneak this one through. And that hush descends on the Nehru Maidan once again as everybody prepares for another 30 minutes of what has been a really fun game to watch and call as well. Oh, that has been played into a dangerous position. Here's a chance. Akram sets it up. Why didn't he go for the shot himself? He set it up for the on-rushing Jang Min Lung, who is everywhere today. The ball wasn't fast enough actually. It didn't get to Jang quick enough. Can't really blame him for not getting the correct kind of purchase behind it. Flicked on. Nothing comes off that one. What more do they have to do? That's what Shillong Ljong will be thinking. Bit of an elbow to the face. Don't think there's too much damage. I'm glad he steps over this one. Avinash still hasn't been beaten. Well, his cross pass saved him a few times, and the offside flag. Here's Glady, puts it in. Header is wide by Ken Starr, who leapt really nicely, but wasn't able to steer it towards the goal. Avinash, not the best of goal kicks. It goes straight towards the red shirt. Tired legs out there, of course. That's a nice reverse ball. But then it is a blue shirt who gets there in time. Chance to clear. And it has been. Not the best of flicks on there by Everbright. Now Aman should pick it up. Mandila. Sangsan needed to react a little better. Won by Taryang, who tries to play it wide himself, and the passes are going haywire from everybody. But now Shillong Ljong can take it forward again. Taryang was really good on that occasion. That'll be another corner. How many more do they need to score? Decent ball through, chance to shoot, it's gone across the face of goal once again. Aman with the left foot, trying to steer it towards that bottom right corner. I thought Jacob was going to get a touch there. All Jacob needed to do was flick it. But he went with the wrong foot by the looks of it. And another chance goes begging. Shillong Ljong still not hitting the back of the net. Smashed away from danger. That's all they can do right now. Oil India. 𝐓𝐻𝐵RIGHT tried to turn but lost his footing. 𝐼𝐋 who's been really good since the second half. Maybe Sunday. Plays it centrally. Lian, who's been involved as well. 𝐼𝐋 plays it wide. There's Figo, who's gone to the right hand side now. Goes towards the right hand side himself and then gets another corner into double digits or more from Shillong Ljong's point of view. In terms of the corners that they've won, haven't converted any so far, as the scoreline suggests. This one a little too deep. 𝐓𝐻𝐵RIGHT puts it wide. Maybe Sunday does really well to fake the cross, and now does cross it. Dinked towards Aman. That is nicely done from Oil India. They hold on to possession really well and play themselves out into a decent position. What a touch from Akrang. There's Sangson. And the ball is a little too long for Rahul Das. But that would have been a great move had it worked out. And here they come again. There's Figo. Dances past players so nicely. Now goes for the reverse ball, but only into the path of Abhinash. He's always going to collect that one easily. Halfway through the first half of extra time. I asked who's going to be the hero. It was almost Jacob. It was basically the crossbar for Oil India. Here Sangson looks for the reverse ball through. 𝐼𝐋 has been phenomenal, going up and down throughout the 98 minutes that we've seen. We've almost hit 100 here. Dink over the top. That was a great ball, but again, good defending from Shillong Ljong. Rimbai smashes it into the night sky. Here, Indulaijan, which has played host to some memorable encounters over the years. It's a decent ball, but again, too much purchase on it. Nice ball into the space. The cross is played in. Does it fall to Jacob? It does, but there were a few blue shirts around him. And cleared away for a throw in. He has been involved. He will be thinking about that rude opportunity, that missed chance, but he's still in it. In fact, the last touch came off him by the looks of it. It's a blue throw. 100 minutes played. Dink over the top. Nothing comes off it. Another aimless ball from Shillong Ljong. Those deliveries have not been working too well from their point of view. And that's a lovely ball. This could be the chance. Yes, Figo! Saved by 𝐕𝐋, but he needed to hit that into the corner. There he goes again. This could be it. Jacob misses it, but there was a player behind him. How much more will they miss here, Shillong Ljong? 𝐕𝐋 with a decent save though. Ball crossed in. Not the best of touches. And that'll be a foul. In a really good position for Shillong Ljong to try and test the keeper again. It's just been one of those days for them. Nothing has worked out. Another chance. 𝐿𝐴𝐻, the skipper, stands over it. 6 in the wall. 𝐿𝐴𝐻 lines it up. Well taken by 𝐕𝐋. Not easy with a couple of red shirts in the vicinity, but he made sure to collect it cleanly. And another chance goes begging for Shillong Ljong. And 𝐕𝐋 is feeling the heat now. Feeling the pressure of a semi-final. Well, they're enjoying the pressure of a semi-final. What an occasion this has been at the Nehru Maidan. You can't take your eye off it, that's for sure. You don't want to take your eye off it. It has been one of those games that no matter what happens, it is still anyone's for the taking. Nice takedown. Good ball through, lovely flick. This is a nice move again from Shillong Ljong. Can they finish it off though? 𝐈𝐿 goes for the cross himself. Good delivery. What a save from 𝐕𝐋. The barricades are falling. Everything is happening. But Oil India are still in this one. 𝐓𝐻𝐿 cannot believe that it's not on the back of the net. Look at this ball from 𝐒𝐈𝐿. 𝐓𝐻𝐿 gets the touch. 𝐕𝐋 with an outstretched right hand keeps Oil India in it. Time for another corner. Flicked on over the top. Opportunities galore. What a game this is. into 1 minute of added time at the end of the first half of extra time. This half has been all about Shillong Ljong. They have absolutely dominated. 𝐓𝐻𝐵RIGHT has been the bright spark up front, but Abhinash has been the wall to deny him and Jacob and everybody else. 30 more seconds until there's a bit of breathing space. Or rather, breathing time. There is no breathing space between these two teams, that's for sure. Insta plays it through. Poor touch from 𝐓𝐻𝐵RIGHT. He's also tired. And now All India could give it a crack. Aman Chetri plays it wide towards Sangsan. Delays the cross. Gets himself into a tough position. And that should be the end of the first half of extra time. And it's still 0-0 at Nehru Maidan. In spite of chances for Shillong Ljong, they still aren't able to score. And with 15 minutes to play, the deadlock has not been broken. So a few more words before the final 15 minutes. Shillong Ljong and Oil India giving it their all to book a spot in the final of the Oil India Gold Cup. The delegates have had such a great game to watch. The fans have been witness to a spectacular bout. I'm sure all of you watching at home have enjoyed as well. This man has had a good game on screen too, the ref. But 15 minutes more That is all these two sides will get to try and wrangle themselves away from one another. If not, it's the words that every football fan and player also at times who gets, or rather dreads, is the penalty shootout, which will decide who goes through. For now, Joydeep Gogoi for India FC. Shillong Ljong keep it going. Avinash collects this one easily. What a last 15 minutes he's had. And if we are to go into penalties, then he will be really confident with the kind of game that he's had. Kapil Bora plays it. Decent hold up play here. Not given as a foul. Royal India might be saying let's just hold on for 15 minutes and give it a go in penalties because they are pretty tired. That's a great tackle though from Tupu Brahma. He celebrates it along with the fans because it went off the likes of Jacob. Another ball into space, but easily negotiated. Decent dink over the top. Ball into the path of Jacob, but he was too far away. And that's a decent pass, but can't be kept in by Joydeep. He's fresh. He puts in a bit of a slide to prove that he wants this one. This is where you've got to dig deep as a player. You know that you could make a mistake. You try to do the simple things correctly. And if the chance arises, you try to grab the win for your team. Here comes Shillong Ljong. Shot from the distance. Header goes over. What a block. Putting his body on the line again there. 𝐶𝐈𝐋 𝐈𝐍𝐃𝐈𝐋 and his Shillong Ljong teammates have a seed of frustration sowed within them. But they've got to water that into elation. Can they do so with a goal here? Corner, flicked on again with defensive work. It will be another goal kick actually this time. One safety is hurt on this occasion. Just over 10 minutes to play in this game. Joydeep, his first involvement, has to cut it aside, isn't able to, still falls to 𝐴𝐿𝐋. Mandela almost loses out, but then tidies it up. Figo with a good interception, he gets it back. Still patient stuff from Shillong Ljong, looking to get into their first All-India Bowl Cup final. Won many a trophy, of course. And this one would be special as well. Every piece of silverware, every final is special. Kenstar, it's a ball in, but it's cleared away. 𝐓𝐿 loses out to Joydeep. Nothing comes off that one though. There's Jacob, drops deep nicely. Chance to cross maybe. Jacob is back inside as is 𝐓𝐿, but they don't take that crossing opportunity just yet. 𝐓𝐿, not the best of passes, but he's had such a good game. The ball just comes back to him. There's 𝐓𝐿 again, can't pass it through. And not the best of clearances either from the All India boys. They're just getting a little too tired here. And Shillong Ljong on the left hand side, looking to play a ball through, but intercepted and out for a corner. They look for that first ball, not the best of clearances. It's still with Shillong Ljong. Deflection takes it towards the blue shirts. But cleared away. Anywhere will do for now. Figo tries to keep it in, challenge comes in. He was never going to win the second ball. Not the best of headers, could have been slightly higher, straight into the red. The sea of blue rather, not the sea of red. It's like a boxing fight, this one. Red corner and blue corner to each other. Here's 𝐓𝐿. Block came in before he could land the knockout punch. Joydeep holds on and smashed away. And the crowd really getting into it now. Here comes Shillong Ljong down the left again. Relentless stuff from them. And it's 2 hours basically of attacking. Putting the pressure on All India, who are somehow fending them off. And by somehow I mean really well actually. Another ball over the top, needs to be cleared. And it is by Kapil Boro. Five minutes to play. Otherwise, 5 kicks each and more maybe. The way this game is going, we could go into sudden death of penalties too. but not just yet. Lots of energy from Shillong Ljong, even more resilience from Oil India. Nice ball through. Overlapping run is made. What a challenge that is. Before Figo could go any further. And look at the cheers. Tupu Brahma steps in and makes a good challenge. And now they're resorting to something else. For a change, it's a long throw. They can't win the first ball though. Can Shillong Ljong? Now the shot comes in! And what an absolute belter! Gladdy, out of nowhere, smashes one into the top left corner to give Shillong Ljong a much awaited strike. Probably a golden goal to get that into the Gold Cup final. And Gladdy Kalbuli gives a bit of gladness to the Shillong Ljong fans. And it's been a long time coming. But what a strike to break the deadlock. It was behind him and he met it absolutely perfectly. Look at that. A left-footed belter for the ages to settle a tie that we'll remember for ages. And aren't we glad that if there was to be a goal to decide this game, it was something like that. And now they could make it too. Here's Jacob. Plays it towards Figo, who tries to cut inside. Jacob could have played it a little earlier to 𝐓𝐻𝐵 who made a run. Now Oil India, they are the ones who have to do the chasing. Joydeep brings it through. It's a decent ball. Mumbai gets there first and this time will collect and keep calm. Akrang was almost going to get there. And Mumbai smashes it. 2 minutes for Shillong Ljong to hold on to. And here they come down the left hand side to try and make it 2. Jacob is making a run. Pass isn't played though. Shot on the edge of the area. Was not really on target and Figo will keep it in. Figo's ball towards the second post is a decent one. Comes off a blue shirt and will be a corner. A few of the fans are deciding to beat the traffic and the crowds and move out of the stadium. This is heartbreaking for the Oil India players. What a strike from Gladdy. And Jacob is going to go and run down the clock. Aman plays it back out. It will be a throw in. 1 minute to go. Here's Jacob again. Into the corner. Loses control of the ball and it will be a throw in. Sorry, a goal kick. It's been a tiring couple of hours. They're all involved. What a game this has been. What a pleasure to call the Oil India Gold Cup semi-finals. And we do it all again tomorrow. But for now, it looks like it will be Shillong Ljong to get into their first Gold Cup final, denying Oil India a chance to play their 7th. Here's Rahul Das. They're not going to go down without a fight, are they? Joydeep has been quite busy since coming on. 2 minutes of added time. Bit of space now down the right hand side for Oil India. Shot is taken and spilled, but the rebound is over the top and win by 7. He had it under control. It was a decent shot. It was skidding off the surface, but Rimbai actually spilled it quite a bit. But on the rebound, Samson couldn't get there. Bit of a high boot. That's to be given by the ref. What a time to get a goal, and what a way to get it from Glady. There's Jacob. Would love to start in the final the way he's played. He might well. Another ball through. Taken down by Rahul Das. Half a minute to go if Oil India are to miraculously come back into this one. That's a slip. For Glady to have the presence of mind to hit that first time. Brilliant. Awkward one here, Sanson. Aman does well to head it away. Raju still has it. Is he going to take a shot? He does take a shot. He doesn't really grasp it properly. And that could be that. Needed to score this one if it was going to go to penalties. Well, it's been a long night, but it is Shillong's night. Shillong Ljong edge past Oil India in what has been a sensational semi-final one. One that has had everything. A bit of drama, a bit of bite, and a bit of ecstasy for Shillong Ljong. But a whole lot of grit and determination from this Oil India side. And a whole lot of sorrow as well, as they can only ponder on what might have been. But in the 116th minute, a strike from Glady Karbuli, a strike that nobody is going to forget, gives Shillong Ljong the 1-0 victory at the end of semi-final 1. We thought we were destined for penalties, but Glady had another plan in mind. And let's take a look at the highlights. Started off with Shillong putting a few balls into the area, dealt with nicely by Abhinash, who would have his script written out for him as well later on in the game. It was a really good start from the likes of Figo and Everbright, Ephraim as well. Kiriam too. And it was Ljong who dominated proceedings. This was a chance from Ephraim which almost gave them the lead. Hit the crossbar, dipped it ever so well. Gets better every time you see it. Akrang was involved nicely. Set up that one for Jang Min Lung. Bit of a penalty scare, but wasn't meant to be. This was a fantastic chance. The chance of the game for Oil India. Flicked on by Jang after that corner from Rahul Das, and it was Tufu Brahma who could have buried that chance and given All India the lead. Into the second half we went. It was Shillong Ljong, of course, who had a majority of the chances. A couple of long shots from Jang Min-lung as well. But this was the chance of the game. A beautiful ball through from the likes of Baby Sunday. And Jacob just couldn't believe it. He slid and it could only find the crossbar, even from close quarters. Then there was a great chance for Oil India. This was a superb save from Avinash, who I said had his moments as well. 𝐓𝐻𝐵RIGHT couldn't get there, but this was the moment that changed it all. The clearance wasn't a bad one. The ball was behind Gladdy, but he smashed that into the top left corner and brought out elation for Shillong Ljong. A save towards the end as well from Rimbai. And at the end of semi-final 1 in the Oil India Gold Cup, it is Shillong Ljong who win by a 0-0 and knock out Oil India from the tournament. That is all from myself, Liam. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to join us again tomorrow as we do it all again in semi-final 2.